Attention Cloud9 shoppers, this is the Superstory Podcast, a Superstore fan podcast with Matthew Haas and Michael E. Cullen II.
Okay, everybody, welcome to the Superstory Podcast, a Superstore fan podcast. My name is Michael E. Cullen II, and with me back from his journeys out looking for Tony Generous is my co-host,
Matthew Haas Generous 1.
Okay, so folks, Matt's been a little weird since he got back. How you feeling, Matt?
I feel elated.
Why?
I feel liberated from this false world of lies and distrust, anarchy, hatred. I've seen the truth. I've seen my path.
Okay.
It goes straight to Hardee's. You know, the
restaurant?
Restaurant, yeah. I mean, it passes through my path, but, you know, sometimes you get, you know, a nice cheeseburger on your way to the Temple of Generous, you know, but whatever.
Okay.
So,
what if people live in the West Coast? Can they go to Carl's Jr.?
if they want, yeah.
Because Carl's Jr. is owned
Yeah.
by it's the same company.
It's fine. It's, you know, either or. It's okay.
Okay. Is there anything I can do to get you back
Get me back.
on a different path?
I'm on the true path right now. The generous path. I'm Matthew Haas Generous 1. I'm the first servant of Tony Generous.
Matt,
Who's a god. He's a deity. It's a divine being.
Matt,
What?
I'm worried about you, man.
Why? I feel better than I've felt in years, decades even. I've seen the truth. He showed me everything. He showed me the past, the present, and the future. Even realms of time that don't even exist in the human mind. I've seen it all. I've seen what's going to happen 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 100 years from now, million years from now. And it's a glorious future. I'm sorry to say, but Jesus Christ is not God. Tony Generous is. I mean, Tony Generous is Jesus. The same thing, but different name.
Can I get you a soda, Matt?
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Just keep the folks entertained here for a second. Mike,
All
get
right.
you a soda.
Sure. So he's gonna get me a soda right now. Not sure what he's doing here, but the thing you have to learn about Tony, okay? So Tony's not just some crazy dude. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, there you go.
This is a mountain lightning?
Yes.
Okay, I like that. Uh-oh. My microphone went out.
Did it?
So the thing you got to understand about Tony...
Are you back in?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
The thing you have to understand about Tony is that he's a divine being. The reason why he was acting so funny, according to my interpretation of things, is that this is weird soda. I feel kind of okay. That's good mountain lightning. I like that. So what was I saying? The thing you have to understand about Tony is that he's he's like in a different timeline. He's in a different sort of universe. So the way he acts is not translating well into our Earth and our
Have some more soda, Matt.
Yeah, okay. This is actually really good soda. It tastes different than normal. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So what I was saying was Tony Generous is, I was going to say a divine being. That doesn't make any sense.
Have some more soda, Matt.
Divine being. What does that even mean?
Yeah.
Divine. A deity? What? Mm-hmm. A Hindu deity? This doesn't make any sense. How could Tony Generous be a Hindu deity a religion that's existed for like 7,000 years. Doesn't make it. And why would they name him Tony Generous? An English word doesn't make any sense. That's good. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that Tony drugged me.
Yeah, I was just hoping to. I was hoping the Mountain Lightning would flush that out of you.
Some kind of hallucinogen.
Yeah.
That made me think he was some kind of god. No, he's just crazy. And I think he gave me some. Well, I did mention mushrooms in my pizza. I just assumed those were regular mushrooms, like in a pizza. Apparently, they were the magic variety. Yeah. Not Magic Johnson, but magic mushrooms.
It was like that scene in a Very Brady sequel.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So that's a weird spell being lifted right now.
Mm-hmm. Thank the Mountain Lightning.
I will. Would I call myself Matthew Generous 1?
Matthew Haas Generous 1.
Because I was the first follower of Tony. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
He's back to 0 now. So
okay, good. I was just worried that you were going to try to convert me, Matt, and I really didn't want that to happen.
Oh, no. He told me not to try to convert people, just to tell them the truth. But it's not the truth, obviously. It's falsehood.
Yeah, I just really... I don't have time to be in a cult right now.
Right. On the other hand, though, maybe the mushrooms are still in my system, but who's to say that you aren't brainwashing me with the Mountain Lightning and that Tony really is telling me the truth?
Would you like some water?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. I'm just trying to flush the drugs out of your system.
It's going to take a while, I think. It's going to be
Yeah.
He gave me a lot. I mean, I had a whole pizza, so.
Yeah.
I mean, lots of mushrooms.
That's why I don't eat mushrooms.
Yeah. Because you're afraid that they're going to hallucinate?
Yeah, they're going to make me join a cult. That and the fact that my grandma's sister died of poisonous mushrooms.
Yeah. Which you don't have to worry about that, but...
It still freaks me out. So,
plus, you don't like the way it tastes anyway, right? So
I don't know what they taste like.
Oh, you never had them before?
I don't think I've ever had mushrooms.
Some people like them, some people don't.
Yeah,
I happen to like them somewhat on pizza, not just by themselves or whatever, or in like a salad or anything like that.
You don't just sit there and open up a jar of mushrooms and eat them.
Nope, not that. Yep. Not a mushroom head. Ooh, I like that mushroom head. All right, guys, I'm fine now. I'm okay. I think the spell's been lifted here, the Tony spell. So
okay, let's do you want to start this episode?
Yeah.
Now we can let's jump into orientation.
Sure.
Attention, Cloud9 Associates. It is now time for
orientation. We did watch this episode. I know you were kind of drugged when we did. Mm-hmm. So, do you remember what happened?
Yes.
By the way, this episode, just so people know, it was called Seasonal Help. It was 21 minutes long.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I don't know why I'm sharing that. It originally aired November 10th, 2016.
That's true.
And was directed by Geeta Patel. And written by Jason Clarke and 3 more credits.
Good people. I like
the 3 more credits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a good person, too. 3 more credits.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Mm-hmm. So what happened in this episode, Matt?
I'll tell you what happened in this episode. Jonah is stocking something. He's got like a tinsel around his shoulders or whatever. And, oh, shit. Adam, Amy's husband, shows up and says hi or whatever, and Jonah, asks him how his barbecue business was going. Adam says, it didn't work out. Jonah's like, oh, that's too bad. Well, hey, we got seasonal help, coming up here. We might be able to hire you for, the Christmas season or whatever. And he's like, oh, that's a pretty good idea. And then Amy shows up and finds out, she doesn't want him to working with her because, a lot of spouses don't like to work with each other because they spend the entire day with each other and they go home, that type of thing. So she's like kind of like looking at Jonah like, oh, we're all loaded up, we don't have anyone to hire or whatever. And then Dina shows up, and then Glenn shows up, and then Amy's like, oh, thanks a lot, Glenn. It's whatever. That's that's the. Whatever, that's how they do things around here or whatever. And then Glenn's like, I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't have done that. I can make an exception for you. And he's like, you owe me one. So I'm like, oh, right. It's going to be so much fun. And it's like, it's in a narrator, from Arrested Development shows up. It goes, it was not fun. Sorry, I'm doing a meta here, taking 2 shows and merge them into one show here.
Meta.
Am I okay? Do I look all right? Do I look weird or?
Face is a little flushed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just feeling the spaciness is starting to, I'm get grounded here. I'm getting more grounded to come down. The spaceship.
Yeah.
Because I thought did you hear spaceships in my recording? Or was that just me?
I heard a lot of things in the recordings. I wasn't sure what was going on.
So
it scared the fuck out of me.
So I wasn't hallucinating everything.
Say. Yeah.
Okay, so some stuff was actually happening. Was there a weird scream? Or is that just me too?
There was very many weird screams.
Okay, so part of it was real. Which then, of course, then leaves me not saying that he's a god, but there's definitely some weird things going on with Tony Generous.
My feeling is he created all those sounds.
Okay. What, we're just playing them somewhere?
Yes, I think he had speakers hidden or something.
Who would go to such lengths to trick someone into going to their fictional parking lot? And
I mean, I've seen these documentaries about cults.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen the TV show Catfish.
Right.
I think you got kind of catfished into a cult
of no members.
Yes,
I was the only one for
he was trying to see what he could do, because if he got you, maybe. See, even though he said not to recruit people,
that was his way of trying to
reverse
get you.
Psychology.
Like, I'm so tolerant. You don't have to convert people. Blah blah blah. Which then's like, since he's not telling me to do that, that means he's the real deal.
That he wants you to do it.
Therefore, he's actually a nice guy. But still, though, it just seems like a lot of shit to do. Like the Cary, Ohio excursions and the shows that constantly got canceled and the demo tapes, and just seems like a lot of work to go through.
We may have to get this investigated by the FBI or something,
okay.
the CIA or whoever handles that. I don't know. And I'm thinking the FBI. I mean, I remember these. I watched this TV show once with these agents Mulder and Scully.
Okay, yeah, I remember them.
Wait, no, that was
that
was a fictional television show.
Shoot.
Okay, I'm just trying to remember, but I'm thinking if there is some kind of X-Files, these are the people we need to contact.
Those people, gotcha.
Yeah,
not just regular FBI
or the Men in Black or something.
Okay.
I don't know who. Somebody,
the international or the national ones.
Both.
Okay.
Yeah. So, in this episode, then, we had a lot of weird shit happen, man.
Yeah, this was
a good episode,
an active one. There's lots of cool stuff. Trying to remember it all now, but
yeah. Well, they basically they have these temporary people working there, and they end up betting on who's going to quit first. In a simple bet between Jonah and Garrett for $1. And they bet on this guy Rash Face, because he has a rash on his face basically, and that he's going to quit, and that's who Jonah bets on, and that's who quits, and so Jonah wins that, and then we find out something about Jonah, that he's basically a gambling addict. And so they start doing this whole thing where Jonah's trying to get everybody in the store involved and trying to figure out who's going to quit.
Yeah, he takes it way too far, and he even told them at first, he's like, "Oh, I don't really gamble," and they make fun of him for that, and there's a reason why is because he cannot stop once he gets going. Apparently, he had an all-night poker session once in college, and he had to end up selling his brother's car.
Yeah, his Camry
specifically.
Yeah,
from all the money he lost in just one night of poker. So he's hardcore. He creates this whole almost like the March Madness thing of like the ratios. I mean, he goes all out and
gets a big dry erase board from a different store.
That's right.
Yeah,
because he couldn't find one there, and And of course, like everyone else, just picks at random. He's like, "Oh well, I actually worked really hard at that, but okay, it was fun doing it anyway."
Yeah.
Oh man, that was the one plot, right?
Yeah, and Jonah's betting on mainly on Steve Agee's character of Isaac, who ends up, he's hilarious. I love Steve Agee. He's just hilarious. So, big ginger giant. And, so, I don't know, the second plot is basically, revolves, because there's really only like two major plots in this. There is the plot where people are just annoyed by the temps. Oh, there's three plots, because Amy's annoyed by the fact that Adam's working there. So, and then people are accusing her of having troubles in her marriage, so she's trying to prove that she doesn't. So she's basically being overly affectionate towards Adam. So,
and then there's a Santa plot too.
And then the Santa plot. Yeah, what happened there?
Oh, it was just Glenn trying to hire, or well, we'll find out. Not really hire, but pick the person who's going to
be the store Santa.
Yeah,
yeah.
So there was three, I think. Main.
Yeah, I think there was three plots, and basically, Glenn gets the Santa guys to go through their paces to try to figure out who's going to be the Santa, and they're all people from outside the store except for Cody, played by Philippe Esparza, and it's pretty funny. I don't know. I'm trying to think what else. There's a basically it ends up being that Isaac does quit after he has things fall down, but they're messing around with different things, and everybody's trying to get people to quit. They basically realize that they can mess with people to try to get them to quit, and
which is tampering with the sport.
Yeah,
it's illegal.
But yeah, they agreed that it was okay.
Yeah.
So Jonah's just fucking with Isaac to try to get him to quit,
and then he's putting like this display thing of all these cookie tins, canisters or whatever, and like Jonah's like, no, that's too what he's too narrow or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's like getting really excited, like, come on, give Daddy what he wants. Garrett's just kind of looking at him like, whoa, dude.
Garrett found out that he could mess with people, and he actually started messing with this one guy who was complaining about how he had to spend the day away from his son, and so started playing Cats in the Cradle, and
Cats in a was that song sung by Cat Stevens? Oh my god, how many times have I heard that fucking? It's like, yeah, because the song has the word cat in it, therefore Cat Stevens is the one that sung it. Okay, so that means that Megadeth has a song called Megadeth, Metallica has a song called Metallica.
That was Harry Chapin, right?
I think it was. Led Zeppelin has a song called Led Zeppelin. Well, they do have an album called Led Zeppelin, but whatever. That's
Bad Company has a song called Bad.
They do actually.
They do.
Wait a minute. Oh boy.
Okay, so
don't you know that you are a shooting star? Do you remember that? They were playing that on the way to like the Baha'i Center that one time.
And we were just singing it the whole time.
Yes. Ypsilanti, Michigan.
I saw Bad Company in concert once.
Cool.
With Leonard Skinner.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The new Leonard Skinner.
Well, yeah, of course, because the rest of the band died before I was born, really.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah. I saw them once in Toledo.
Yeah.
They played for the WIOT thing. They had a bunch of concerts that summer.
Yeah.
They had Sammy Hagar played. They had George Thorogood. That was okay, but all of his songs sound the same, so that got boring after 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
But Sammy Hagar played one. And then Bad Company was like the last band in the summer to play. And they rocked, man. They rocked the house.
Did they now?
Well, it wasn't a house. It was an open air thing. But they rocked that parking lot full of hot cement in the baking fucking sun because there's no trees anywhere. And you couldn't bring your chairs or lawn equipment, so you had to stand on cement, hurt your feet and legs, even as a 16-year-old kid. Oh, yes, I hurt my legs.
But at least you didn't join the Bad Company cult or something. Anyways, so basically then it ends with Glenn picks his Santa, but the guy asks him how much he's going to be paid, and Glenn says, "Pay? You get paid in 1,000 smiles and stuff like that." And he's like, "You get to be Santa." And so then Cody ends up having to be Santa because everybody else quits.
Yeah.
So
I guess he failed to tell them that it was a free gig or something.
yeah. And then
Well, one of them he had to eliminate because of a sex offender.
Megan's
thing.
Law. And then at the end, we find out that all of the temporary help came from Glenn's church, and they were what was it?
Last Chances.
Yeah, Last Chances people. So they ended up. It made Jonah feel bad, so he went out and found Isaac still sitting in his car, and he gave Isaac all the money he won from the bet. He says, "You deserve this more than me," and blah blah blah, and then Isaac gets on the phone and calls and says, "How much crystal can you get me for $200 or something like that?" And then he says, "Okay, thanks Uncle Kevin."
Yeah, buying meth from his uncle.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So
that reminds me though of like those shows like Intervention.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that show Intervention?
Yeah, vaguely. Yeah,
it was so depressing, because sometimes it would be something like that where like a sister, buying drugs from a brother or whatever, and then but that was supposed to be kind of like the downer of like, oh, he just gave him $200, now he's gonna go buy drugs with it.
Do you want to take a quick break here, Matt, and then we'll come back with our today's special?
No, I don't want to do that at all.
Well, you know what, Matt?
What?
You are allowed to choose whatever you want in life because you're not in a cult anymore.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But you know what?
What?
We're going to take a break just because we've been on the air for 21 minutes.
All right.
So, okay.
Hey, folks, this is Michael E. Cullen II from the podcast that you're listening to right now, along with
Matthew Haas.
We just wanted to tell you about our great podcast called Super. It's called All Too Real. And on that show, what do we do, Matt?
We watch biopics, and then we talk about whether or not the movie matched up with the real story or not.
So it
was a lot more exciting than that, though.
Yeah, so we analyze the real story and the real story.
Get it?
Get it?
Real.
Yeah, they're spelled differently, folks. You can guess which one I said which way. Anyways, so sometimes we have a guest, sometimes we don't. But we talk about great movies like Shattered Glass and The Social Network and Futile and Stupid Gesture, among others. Those are some of the ones that we've covered so far, and we're going to cover a lot more. So please subscribe on Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you find your great, fun podcasts. And be sure to share it with your friends.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
And make sure you're not afraid to get all too real. Bye-bye.
Welcome back. We are back. Back. How you feeling, Matt?
I feel level, balanced. Yes.
Are you ready to go to our next category?
Sure.
Okay. This is today's special.
Attention Cloud9 shoppers. Today's special is...
What was your favorite scene in this episode?
And why?
Oh,
and why? My favorite scene in this episode is when Tony was... Tony? Wow. Okay, I'm sorry. Still trying to come down from that.
You'll be here. You'll be good.
All right, cool.
No Tony has done it again.
Stop saying Tony. Stop saying Tony.
Yeah. Wait, I was just getting into Tony.
Okay.
Well.
Okay. Favorite scene, you said?
Yeah.
Favorite.
In the episode and why?
Probably the scene where Jonah's like really rooting for Isaac's tower of cookie canisters or whatever falling down.
Yeah.
And of course it does. And then Isaac just screams "fuck you" to the thing and drop kicks it across the room.
That was great.
It's like one of my favorite scenes in like the entire series, like of Superstore. Like every time I see that, I just laugh so hard because he's like "fuck you. Like he's screaming into it, and then Jonah's like literally like right before that, like he's like jumping like and like give Daddy what he wants. I'm like, whoa, this is really weird.
I think my favorite scene is probably the part where Amy's having a conversation with Glenn in this one scene, and Glenn's sitting on Cody's lap the whole time as he's sitting on the Santa throne or whatever you want to call it. And it's just funny because the two of them are talking and Cody's just sitting there. It's just like hurting him, I think you can tell. And he's just like, and then after the whole thing's done and they have this conversation and Glenn turns to Cody and is like, "You were a lot of help."
Yeah.
I don't know. That's probably my favorite. Do you want to jump into the next section here?
Yeah, sure. What is that?
That would be Employee of the Week.
Attention Cloud9 Associates, our Employee of the Week is...
Who is your favorite character and why?
Jonah.
Jonah?
Just to kind of learn, about that he actually kind of has a problem, like that he, suppresses, and then, the moment he lets it out, he can't stop himself. I mean, like, just, I don't know, because Jonah's usually, because, like, they even kind of made fun of him, like, talking, like, in this fake British accent, like, I will not wager on whether an employee quits type of thing, and
yeah,
you find out why, because, once he gets started, he can't stop, and almost like his personality changes a bit too, like just like, which is usually what happens with any kind of addiction. That usually the person kind of almost takes on a whole different persona just for that one thing, and then then they're back to normal or whatever afterwards. I don't know. Just it was just, I don't know, just really wild and erratic. Just I don't know, that whole thing, and just like. And also too, just like seeing Garrett's reaction to him, like when, like when he first like won the first bet, and he's kind of like, okay, like.
I'd say my favorite was probably Isaac, just because it's his introduction, and Steve Agee's just hilarious, and the whole scene there when he drop kicks the thing of popcorn, it's funny, the tin can of popcorn.
That's right, tin can.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
I kept calling them cookie canisters.
Yeah, well, it might be cookies. It could be cookies. It could be popcorn. It could be drugs.
Whoa.
Wait, what? Ooh. It could be Tony Generous.
How would he fit inside of a can?
Tony can do whatever he wants.
Wait, what? How does that happen? You gave me soda to stop following him.
I had pizza earlier.
No. How would you get that?
It was in my fridge.
Yeah, but how'd it get there?
I don't know.
You just ate random pizza that you didn't even know where it came from?
Yes.
How many times do people just put food in your refrigerator that you don't know where it comes from?
Far more often than you would think.
All right, drink part of that soda.
Okay.
Like I did, and it should help.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah, no, drink it. Don't just look at it.
But it's pretty.
No, you just look at it. I mean, you could drink. God damn, now I'm doing it. You just drink it and look. There you go.
Oh, okay. Hey, Matt, why don't we take a break right now?
Okay.
And then we'll come back and we'll close out this episode.
Okay.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Hi, everybody. This is Michael E. Cullen II from the podcast you're listening to right now. With me, as always, is
Matthew Haas.
Yeah, and we're here to tell you about our really cool other podcast called All Too Real 2. And what do we do on that show, Matt?
We watch the greatest direct-to-video sequels of all time, and then we report on them.
And we also talk about other pop culture cool things like video games and conspiracy theories and other awesome things. So if any of that sounds fun to you and you enjoy hearing my voice and Matt's voice,
As
tune
you
in.
should. As you should.
I mean, of course. Tune in anywhere you get podcasts to All Too Real 2. Bye-bye.
Magus Elgar's apprentice, Udo Malaki, comes from a family of dangerous, exciting casters.
Hi, I'm Udo Malaki, and I do magic.
Even if his ambitions only go as far as staying alive.
You know, I was really hoping you were going to say something a bit more positive.
Not exactly an ideal Magus. You can hear Udo Malaki and his exciting adventures in the upcoming radio comedy, Magus Elgar.
Visit MagusElgar.com to download your copy today.
And we are back. How are you, Matthew?
I am okay. Why are you talking like that?
I don't know.
I thought that soda was supposed to help you. Has it helped?
I think I need more.
Okay, good. Drink some more. Do it slowly. Don't drink too much. No, that's your cheek.
Oh.
No, you don't drink with your cheek.
Mouth?
Yeah, your mouth.
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 Just underneath your nose. No, underneath. Not directly underneath your nose. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go. A little bit further down. No, that's your chin.
What are you talking about?
We're talking about Superstore right now. We were.
What is Superstore?
The show. Oh, God. Did Tony do something to your drink now? Is that the wrong soda? Did he put mushrooms in that, too? Does it taste like mushrooms at all? Don't drink too much. No, don't drink. Oh, God.
That is good, man. How's it going, Matt? Whee!
Sorry, guys. This is a weird couple of episodes.
So
hope we didn't just ostracize everyone.
So how's it going there, Matt? What was in that soda?
Mountain lightning.
Yeehaw!
Yay.
Okay, I'm back.
Right.
Anyways, anything else we need to say here before we close out this episode?
Yes.
Attention Cloud9 shoppers. The store will be closing soon.
I have been faking this whole time. I am the true servant of Tony Generous.
Drink your soda.
I only made you think the soda worked. The soda does not work. Nothing will work on me. I am his servant forever and ever and ever.
I am too.
Please go to the non-existent website, TonyGenerous.com. It might be up by the time you... I'm just kidding. No, I'm fine. Are you fine? Are you a follower now? Do you follow him? Shit. All right.
Follow who?
Okay. I think he just lost his memory altogether now, so...
who are you?
I'm Matt.
What are you doing in my apartment?
One of your best friends for, decades.
What are you doing in my apartment?
We're talking about Superstore.
What's Superstore?
One of your favorite TV shows of all time. Besides AP Bio.
News radio. I like news radio.
Yeah. So you remember news radio. That's good.
What year is it?
It's 2019.
Who is president?
Hillary Clinton.
I don't believe you.
But got the popular vote. So technically, she's the president. There is an imposter president named Donald J. Trump right now, who is currently, what's the word? Heisting, seizing the White House, I guess, if you will.
The failed businessman?
Yeah, that guy. The guy with the steaks. Not the Omaha steaks, which actually are pretty good tasting. No,
the vampire steaks?
No, the Trump steaks.
Oh.
Bad low grade meat.
Oh.
Those steaks.
In the college?
Yeah, it's right here.
University?
So-called university that didn't teach you anything. Yeah. That guy.
Oh, okay.
He's currently...
And the hair?
Yeah, the guy with the weird hair. He's currently living in the White House right now, acting as the president.
Mm-hmm.
But technically he didn't win.
Who's the vice president?
A guy named Mike Pence. Michael Pence, whatever, Mike Pence.
Oh.
He's from Indiana.
Oh, okay.
And he used to be, I think, the governor of Indiana at one point.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
What happened to Ronald Reagan?
Ronald Reagan died in 2004.
So he's no longer president?
No. So he died 15 years before you had this weird issue going on. So you should have known.
Okay, folks.
Sorry if we alienated everyone.
What about aliens?
No, if we alienated, not alien.
We aided aliens?
No, alienated. No, we didn't eat aliens. I don't think we did, at least.
We made a drink out of aliens?
No,
an alien aid?
That's actually not a bad business idea right there.
Shh.
The more life we discover. Okay, yeah.
Don't share it with people.
Okay, all right. We'll work on
Tony wouldn't like that.
Well, no, quit talking about Tony. He doesn't matter. He's not real. I mean, he's real, but he's not,
He's not my leader.
He's not a deity or a god or anything like that. He's just some dude who has a lot of time on his hands and does weird audio experimental music stuff to scare people into thinking that, alien spaceships are landing and stuff like that.
He made me feel that I belong among the wildflowers.
That's Tom Petty. That's not Tony Generous.
Are you sure?
Tom Petty wrote that song.
I belong somewhere that I feel free.
Yeah, he wrote that one too.
And I'm free falling? Into nothing?
That's all Tom Petty, my friend. That's not Tony Generous.
Oh.
As far as I know, Tony Generous has only recorded like 4 covers of Tom Petty songs.
So, when I go to bed and I'm running down a dream, was that him too?
I don't know.
Running down a dream. Working on a mystery. You think we should leave?
Yeah, I think we're boring, or I'm boring people right
now.
No,
I don't think we're boring anybody. I think people love us.
I think we're scaring them with this weird talk of Tony Generous.
The thing is, we all are beings of light and love.
Okay.
And we all belong among the wildflowers, my friend. We all belong somewhere where we feel free.
It's a nice sentiment.
And for right now, the store is closed.
But
bye-bye.
This is the Super Story Podcast, a Superstore fan podcast.
A Cullen Park production. Produced and edited by Michael E. Cullen II. Music by Matthew Haas. Subscribe and share the show. Visit us at cullenpark.com.